Stay there till I tell you to box. Touch gloves now. Keep your heads to yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't see it at Ettalong, you're about to see it now. It's Friday night, fight night at Bankstown Sports Club. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Round one.
Here we go for round one of this much-awaited rematch between Jimi Reynolds and Michael Peterson. For those of you who don't know, Peterson shocked Jimi Reynolds with a first-round knockout, basically the first punch of the fight. He knocked him out when they fought earlier in the year. Reynolds has had to wait a long time for this rematch, and both men share a mutual disdain for each other. Oh, and Reynolds gets tagged with that right hand again. And that the stash is on here. Both men winging. Oh, and Reynolds lands a nice right hand that sends the head of Peterson sideways. And this is a street brawl. Oh, and Peterson nearly goes down there from a left hook. These two are not bashful, that's for sure. There's no feeling out period in this fight. Jimi Reynolds desperate to revenge his loss. Said that he was going to keep his hands nice and high, and he lands a nice right hand and lands another one on Peterson when he's down on the ground, and the referee Billy Mayles giving him a warning there. A lot of feeling in this fight. Nice jab there by Reynolds. That's what he needs to do. Try and outbox this guy. Jimi Reynolds has the ability to both punch and box, as we've seen in the past. Needs to establish himself a little bit more. Oh, and Reynolds is down. And Peterson hitting him when he was on the ground, and that is just totally uncalled for. Almost, there could have been a disqualification there. Billy Mayles giving Peterson the benefit of the doubt. Very, very lucky there, Peterson, not to be disqualified. Mayles taking a point off, and already the round is just a minute and a half old, and both men have been on the ground. And Peterson goes down again. What an unbelievable fight, and he looks in a lot of trouble. He's down on one knee. He's back up. Mayles giving him the 8 count, and we're back into it again. Peterson in all sorts of trouble, and Billy Mayles perhaps wisely waving the fight over, and Jimi Reynolds has his revenge. Well, what an unbelievable fight. Hagler Hearns, eat your heart out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I said if you saw it before, it was going to be a war, and that's exactly what it was. Both of them traded them early. Stopped by the referee. Three knockdown rule is in effect. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. 1 point was taken. 1 point was taken from the card of Michael Peterson for a deliberate punch while Reynolds was on the canvas. That was done. We'll talk to Roy Alexander. Roy, the 3 knockdown rules is in effect. The New South Wales Boxing Authority. I think Michael's fans are trying to say one of them was a slip, and that's, I think, what they're booing about. At the end of the day, these two, it was always going to be a war.
Oh, without a doubt, it was going to be a war. And I really believe it wasn't a slip, it wasn't a knockdown. I would have loved to see it keep going because I think it would have turned into a real good fight. But on Michael's behalf, I'd like to ask Vlad to give us another rematch with Jimmy, but I'm sure the crowd would love it.
Michael, I only saw, obviously the crowd, your supporters are saying, and a lot of Kiwis here tonight, it's always going to be a little like that. At Edelong, you two just came together. You scored one of the quickest knockouts that I've seen in a long, long while, but the 3 knockdown rule was in effect, and that's how they ruled it.
No, I thought what I could see was it was only 2 knockdowns, not 3. The third one I slipped. No way. So if I would like to say that, give me the same opportunity they gave Jimi Reynolds as a rematch. Jimmy, I want a rematch with you after this, if that's all right with your coach and also the forum promoters.
Okay, we'll see if we can get it on, and we'll talk to Vlad very shortly. All right. Now, mate, okay, hang on.
Let me just say that the rematch, for sure, has got to definitely be on. I mean, that was an unsatisfactory finish for me and for Michael. I want the rematch again. I can only do my best. I'm in here to fight. I'm not the referee, so.
Stay here. Okay. He was always going to come to fight, and that first couple of rounds was going to be helter-skelter. I thought that you might have been on your bike a little bit and then let your experience take over from there, but no, you understand there, and you got stung once early, and there's a cut just above your left brow, but otherwise you're okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I fought the wrong fight from the word go. I mean, I shouldn't have been mixing with Michael for a start. I mean, I'm a better boxer. I should be boxing him. Michael's a good fighter, and I'll give him credit for coming to fight me because he beat me once, and he beat me once and he could have walked away saying he beat me and that was it. He didn't have to come and fight me again, so I'll give him credit for that. Now that it's 1-1, I mean, let's get it on again. The next one will be the decider.
Yeah, like Holyfield and Bo got it on 3 times. The little fellas are going to do the same thing. I will say this, it was going to make life rather difficult for him if you did get on your belt. When you did hit the canvas here in the first, he was deducted a point for a deliberate punch to the back of the head. But again, as you said, you're your own worst critic, and I'm pretty sure Johnny Lewis would have been echoing the same thoughts. There was probably no reason to stand there in round 1. That probably wasn't your game plan.
It wasn't, no, but my instinct is to fight, and he come to fight me, my instinct just took over from being a clever boxer, and it just took over to fight. So I thought, I knew I can punch, and I knew he can punch, but I didn't use that to my advantage. I can box as well.
You were knocked out. There was a week where you were not going to box again, and then you said, well, I won't box again until I fight Michael Peterson in a rematch. You've done that now. He wants another shot at you. We'll see what happens there. And I believe there's some big news also in regards to... No? So what's on the stage now for Jimi Reynolds? The rematch now for Forum Promotions.
Let's get the rematch on again before we both have any other fights. Let's fight again, and then we'll decide who the real winner is.
All right, Jim Boy Reynolds, mate, you returned the favour. There he is, the Birmingham Blonde, Jim Boy